Welcome back to Stellar Eureka, where we dive into the most surprising, beautiful, and bizarre sides of the natural world. Today's twist? We're skipping the soil entirely. That's right, some of the world's most stunning plants can grow with nothing more than a glass of water. No dirt, no mess, just roots, water, and a bit of sunlight. From lush tropical climbers to unexpected succulents, we've gathered 20 extraordinary plants that survive with their feet in water. You'll meet houseplant favorites, unexpected wildcards, and species with adaptations so clever they might just change the way you see your windowsill forever. So whether you're into rare houseplants or just looking for a cleaner way to grow your favorites, these water-loving wonders are sure to surprise you. Let's kick things off with a plant that's as resilient as it is iconic, the snake plant. Known for its upright, sword-shaped leaves with bold green and yellow striping, this West African native is often praised for surviving just about anything. But here's the twist: it doesn't need soil to thrive. That's right, even this famously tough succulent can grow in nothing more than water. It starts slow. A leaf cutting placed in water will take its time, but eventually, roots begin to form and new pups may follow. It's a fascinating process to witness, especially for a plant known more for durability than transformation. Historically used for bowstrings due to its strong fibers, the snake plant also releases oxygen at night, making it a stylish and beneficial companion for bedrooms and workspaces alike. Next on our list is a pair of leafy legends, the Pothos and the heartleaf philodendron. These two vining plants are often mistaken for each other, and for good reason. Both are tropical natives with heart-shaped leaves, both thrive in low light, and both grow happily in water with little effort and lots of charm. Pothos, also called devil's ivy, hails from the Solomon Islands. Its marbled leaves, spotted with gold or white, make it a visual standout. It's earned its nickname for a good reason. It stays green even in near-total darkness, and cuttings root in water with ease, often creating dense, trailing jungle vibes in no time. Heartleaf philodendron, on the other hand, comes from Central and South America. Its name literally means tree lover in Greek, fitting for a plant that naturally climbs trunks in the wild. In water, it forms elegant root networks that look stunning in glass vases, making it a staple for plant lovers who want low effort and high impact. Next up is a plant that brings the jungles indoors with bold, sculptural flair, the Monstera, or Swiss cheese plant. Famous for its dramatic holes and splits, called fenestrations, Monstera deliciosa isn't just eye-catching. In the wild, these holes help the plant withstand heavy rains and wind by letting both pass through. Native to Central America, this vine climbs trees in rainforests and can root easily from cuttings placed in water. Its name tells a story too. Monstera comes from the Latin for monstrous, a nod to its oversized, unusual leaves, and deliciosa, that points to its rare edible fruit, which tastes like banana, pineapple, and mango blended into one. In fact, we explored that exotic fruit in a previous episode, so if you're curious, make sure to check it out. Monstera thrives in water as long as you keep it warm and bright. Even a single stem in a jar can grow into a statement piece. Another standout in the water-loving world is the ever-popular spider plant. With its fountain of green and white striped leaves and dangling spiderettes, this plant isn't just iconic, it's a master of self-replication. Native to South Africa, spider plants have long been a household favorite, not just for their retro charm, but for their resilience. NASA even named them one of the best plants for purifying indoor air. In water, they're just as happy as in soil. Snip off a spiderette, pop it into a jar, and in just a few days, you'll see roots beginning to form. What starts as one plant quickly becomes many, creating a cascade of life that's constantly renewing itself. And every now and then, it rewards you with tiny white star-shaped flowers, proof that even the easiest plants can surprise you. Let's add a bit of shimmer to the mix with the Wandering Jew, a name often used for several Tradescantia species known for their stunning foliage. One standout is Tradescantia zebrina, with its iridescent purple and silver stripes that catch the light like living stained glass. Originally from Central America, this fast-growing vine became wildly popular during the Victorian era and hasn't slowed down since. With a trailing, wandering growth habit, just a single stem cutting in water can sprout roots within days. It's especially rewarding in hanging jars where the vibrant leaves cascade like botanical streamers. Give it enough light, and this beauty might even reward you with tiny purple blooms. Just one more surprise in its colorful toolkit. Shifting from bold foliage to something a little more symbolic, let's talk about lucky bamboo, a plant that isn't actually bamboo at all. But don't tell it that. This easygoing greenery is technically a type of Dracaena, but its upright stalks and tufted leaves make it look like a miniature bamboo grove. Often curled or braided into intricate shapes, lucky bamboo has long been used in feng shui, where it's believed to attract prosperity and harmony. Different stalk numbers carry different meanings: 3 for happiness, 5 for health, and 8 for wealth. Growing it in water couldn't be simpler. Just place the stalks in a vase with a few inches of water and maybe a couple of decorative pebbles. Refresh the water every week or two, and that's it. With the right care, it can thrive for years without ever touching soil. It's low maintenance, high charm, and might just bring a little extra luck to your windowsill. Gliding in next is one of the toughest houseplants you'll ever meet, the ZZ plant, short for Zamioculcas zamiophila, and nicknamed the plant of steel. Native to Eastern Africa, this glossy-leaved gem is famed for surviving low light, neglect, and drought. But what many don't realize is, it can grow in water too. Those thick, potato-like rhizomes act like internal reservoirs, storing water and nutrients for weeks. Drop a stem cutting into a vase, and with enough time, it'll reward you with a slow but steady burst of roots. Don't expect speed. It's a marathoner, not a sprinter. But once it settles in, it's virtually maintenance-free. Surprisingly, the ZZ plant only entered the houseplant world in the late 1990s when Dutch growers realized its indoor potential. Today, it's a modern staple in homes and offices, and yes, even thriving in jars of water on minimalist desktops. Following close behind is a plant that brings elegance, resilience, and just the right touch of superstition: Chinese evergreen, or Aglaonema. Native to the lush understories of Southeast Asia, this adaptable beauty is celebrated not just for its silvery green leaves or bluish pink varieties, but also for its reputation as a symbol of good luck and prosperity. Traditionally grown in soil, Chinese evergreen cuttings root surprisingly well in water. Just place a trimmed stalk in a jar and watch it gradually send out roots. It's a perfect choice for low light spaces where other plants might struggle, and it offers a consistent splash of color without demanding much care. Its role as a natural air purifier is just the cherry on top. Whether you're growing it in water or soil, this plant remains a graceful, self-sufficient addition to any room. Proof that low maintenance doesn't have to mean low impact. Let's brighten things up a bit, literally. Few plants offer the sheer visual fireworks of Coleus. With leaves splashed in electric lime, fiery orange, deep burgundy, and neon pink, often all at once, this tropical native from Southeast Asia is living proof that flowers aren't the only way to add color. Coleus has a dramatic past too. During the 1800s, it became a Victorian obsession. Collectors paid outrageous prices for rare color variations, and gardens across England were turned into dazzling displays of patterned foliage. That same flair lives on today, and the best part? It grows effortlessly in water. Snip a healthy stem just below a node, pop it in a glass jar, and you'll see fine white roots forming in just a few days. Gardeners often overwinter their favorite Coleus varieties this way, preserving their brightest picks until spring. Even rooted in water, the leaves stay vivid and lush, turning your vase into a soil-free explosion of color. It's bold, flamboyant, and ridiculously easy to grow. A true showstopper that thrives with nothing but light and a splash of water. Following that vibrant splash of Coleus, let's move into the world of plants that deliver both stunning leaves and blooms. Begonias. With over 1,000 species, the begonia family offers something for everyone. From the striking polka-dotted leaves of angel wing begonias to the spiraling iridescent foliage of the Rex variety, these plants bring drama without needing soil. Many also bloom in delicate shades of pink, coral, or red, offering a floral bonus to their already decorative leaves. Begonias were named after Michel Begon, a 17th century French governor and devoted plant collector. Since then, they've become beloved worldwide for their elegance and adaptability, especially when it comes to propagation. Drop a single leaf or cutting into a glass of water and, with time, you'll see roots sprouting from the veins. It's like watching nature clone a masterpiece. And because of their vibrant patterns and unusual textures, water-grown begonias are more than just plants. They're living art displays. Next up, a plant that brings serious shimmer to your shelf. The aluminum plant, also known as the watermelon pilea. Native to the tropical forest of Vietnam, this compact beauty is known for its glossy green leaves streaked with metallic silver. The effect is so striking, it almost looks painted. No wonder it earned its flashy name. Despite the designer look, it's surprisingly low maintenance. Just snip a healthy stem, pop it in a jar of water, and watch as fine white roots start forming at the nodes. It roots quickly, doesn't need special light, and stays compact, making it perfect for desks, windowsills, or kitchen counters. And while it's sometimes overshadowed by flashier houseplants, the aluminum plant holds its own with quiet confidence and a glimmer of silver. It's living proof that small can be stylish and that even a splash of foliage can brighten your space. Our next plant brings elegance and tranquility to any space. The peace lily. Known for its graceful white flowers that resemble tiny flags of surrender, this plant earned its name from its calming look. Those aren't true flowers though, they're modified leaves called spathes, wrapping around a cluster of tiny blossoms. Peace lilies are indoor classics, not just for their beauty, but also for their resilience. They droop dramatically when thirsty, almost theatrically, but bounce right back with the drink. And yes, they grow beautifully in water. Just submerge the roots and keep the leaves above the surface. Whether placed in a glass vase or a hydroponic setup, the peace lily adapts well and puts on a lovely show of glossy leaves and delicate white spathes. It's low light tolerant, quick to recover, and just like the spider plant we covered earlier, was featured in NASA's Clean Air study for its air purifying abilities. Next up is a showstopper straight from the tropics, the Anthurium, also known as the flamingo flower. With its bold red, heart-shaped spathes and glossy green leaves, this plant looks like it was sculpted from wax. And yes, those dazzling flowers are actually modified leaves, just like the peace lily, where the central spike, called a spadix, is where the real blossoms reside. Native to the rainforest of Central and South America, Anthuriums thrive in warmth and humidity. But here's the twist. They also do surprisingly well in water. By carefully rinsing off the soil and submerging only the roots, you can display this tropical beauty in a vase, no dirt needed. The result? A slick, modern centerpiece that keeps blooming for weeks. With its striking looks and long-lasting color, the Anthurium turns any space into a mini rainforest lounge, no misting or florist visits required. Gliding in next is one of the most elegant and unexpectedly adaptable plants on this list, the orchid. While most are grown in bark or moss, some growers have embraced a bold method called water culture. It's especially popular with Phalaenopsis, or moth orchids, known for their sweeping stems and butterfly-like blooms. It may sound odd, after all, orchids hate soggy roots in soil, but when placed in clean water with proper airflow and occasional drying, they can flourish. Enthusiasts typically let the roots soak for a couple days, then give them time to breathe. It's a delicate rhythm, but one that can rejuvenate struggling plants. The result? An orchid suspended in a glass vase, its sculptural roots curling below the surface like living art. Long-lasting flowers hover above, bold, serene, and undeniably beautiful. Soft, velvety leaves and bursts of purple, pink, or white blooms, African violets have been indoor favorites for over a century. But what's truly fascinating is where they come from. High-altitude cloud forest in Tanzania, where they adapted to grow in dim light and constant moisture. Despite their delicate appearance, these plants are surprisingly resilient and can flower year-round with just the right conditions. Their compact size makes them ideal for small spaces, where they've become almost iconic on windowsills and desks across the world. What many people don't realize is just how many varieties exist. Thousands, in fact, ranging from ruffled blooms to trailing vines. And here's a quirky twist. African violets are extremely sensitive to cold water. Splashing their leaves can cause spots or damage. It's a reminder that even the prettiest plants come with their own little preferences. When winter days grow short and gray, Paperwhite narcissus bulbs offer a burst of color and fragrance straight from a shallow dish of water. These dainty white daffodils are beloved for their sweet, perfume-like scent and clusters of starry blooms that emerge almost like clockwork. Ordinarily native to the Mediterranean, Paperwhites don't even need soil to thrive. Just nestle the bulbs in pebbles so their bottoms touch the water, and shoots will begin to sprout in just days. It's a popular holiday tradition in many homes, adding natural cheer without any dirt involved. They bloom for about 2 weeks and make a stunning centerpiece while they last. Here's a fun twist. If the stems grow too tall and start leaning, a splash of vodka or gin in the water can help stunt them just enough to stay upright. Talk about a cocktail for your flowers. Staying in the bulb world, our next plant brings both color and an unforgettable fragrance. Hyacinths are the divas of the bulb world, vibrant, fragrant, and downright showy. With just a bit of planning, you can grow them in nothing but water. Rest the bulb in a forcing vase so the base just touches the water, then chill it for a few weeks to mimic winter. Once warmed up, it springs to life, sending down pearly roots and pushing up a dramatic spike of blossoms. The blossoms come in striking shades of purple, pink, blue, and white, and their scent is legendary. Just one hyacinth can perfume an entire room with its musky sweet aroma. In fact, during the 18th century, hyacinths sparked a collecting craze in Holland, where wealthy enthusiasts paid fortunes for rare bulbs. Even the mythology is rich. Ancient Greeks believed the flower emerged from the blood of Hyacinthus, a youth adored by Apollo, a flower born from beauty, drama, and transformation. Next up is a flower that's been revered across civilizations for thousands of years. Symbol of purity and enlightenment, the sacred lotus is perhaps the most iconic water plant in the world. While full-sized lotus plants flourish in outdoor ponds, dwarf varieties can grow right at home in a wide bowl of water. Their waxy, rounded leaves float elegantly at the surface, repelling water with perfect beads thanks to the famous lotus effect. But the real magic? That comes when a lotus flower blooms, large, fragrant, and ethereal in shades of pink or white. Each blossom opens with the morning sun and closes again at night, echoing the rhythms of nature itself. Lotuses have been honored from ancient Egyptian tombs to Buddhist meditation gardens, rising clean from muddy waters and reminding us that beauty can emerge from even the murkiest places. Give it some space, anchoring pebbles, and fresh water, and this legendary plant becomes a living work of art right on your windowsill. And finally, we're ending on a surprisingly leafy note, straight from your kitchen counter. The humble sweet potato isn't just food. It's a hidden houseplant waiting to sprout. When you suspend a tuber halfway in water, pale roots begin to stretch downward while leafy green vines reach for the sky. Before long, your sweet potato transforms into a lush, heart-leafed vine, perfect for a windowsill or hanging shelf. This experiment was a favorite among Victorian parlor gardeners, and for good reason. It's simple, fast, and visually stunning. You don't need anything fancy, not even an ornamental variety. A standard grocery store sweet potato will do, and it will reward you with vigorous emerald growth. Over time, the vines can climb, trail, and even wrap around your space like living decor. And if you eventually transfer it outdoors, you might even find a few bonus tubers growing in the soil by season's end. Now that we've explored 20 stunning plants that you can grow in water, which one are you most excited to try? From vibrant vines to tropical showstoppers, these water-grown wonders prove that nature doesn't always need dirt to dazzle. Have you grown any of these before? Or do you have a favorite that didn't make the list? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear about your water garden experiments. If this episode sparked a little green thumb inspiration, be sure to give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe for more unexpected natural discoveries. This is Stellar Eureka, signing off.